Hey guys, welcome back to my analysis on Jaws. This is the fourth video so far, and it's gonna be about the ways of about how the director builds up the audience's fear of the shark. As I said in the previous videos, music is important when it comes to building up fear for the audience. The Jaws theme song is intimidating, but in such a way that it gets you pumped up. Listening to how the song slowly builds up, you can feel that it makes your fear build up as well. That's how Steven Spielberg used music as a way to build up fear for the audience. Another factor is that screaming made Steven Spielberg scare the audience. Remember the boat at night scene? The silence underwater was making the audience curious, building tension in such a way that is something going to happen or not? It slowly built up fear, slowly made us scared, made us wonder. That built up fear because the audience would be wondering, is the shark going to appear and eat him? It created a dark and mysterious atmosphere. Then there came the jump scare. That is another way on how Steven Spielberg was able to use silence to build up fear for the audience. Showing the damage that the shark can do is intimidating. Like eating a whole person up is really scary. When you see that the beast is able to eat out the whole human body, you'll react really scared as well, because the beast is stronger than you, more superior than you. That's probably what most audiences would have reacted. Personally, I was scared too, but it was hard to admit it. If you imagine that you're in that situation, what would you do? When you can't outswim a beast that's more familiar with the water than you. Remember that during Second Shark Attack, there was a long shot where that boy Alex had his blood spraying everywhere? That action actually made the audience fear the shark even more. Because they can't do anything because the shark is greater than them and they are useless. They can't do anything to stop it. Looking at that scene myself, I was shocked that the shark can eat an entire human body up. Now, and its flesh is blew into pieces. It's just disgusting and intimidating as well. Okay, now enough of the damage that the shark can do. Now let's talk about the reactions of different characters that build up fear for the audience of the shark. First, let's watch a scene where Brody's face is curious and wondering. You see that shocked face over there? That made the audience react in such a way that they know that something's gonna happen, that something big is coming. That built fear for the audience because they are afraid to see the shark. The face that Brody showed made the shark look superior and powerful, and the camera technique, the close-up expressed the feeling that something great is approaching. Remember the dialogue, "You're gonna need a bigger boat"? Well, that dialogue was also another way which the director Steven Spielberg built up the audience's fear of the shark. That's because it made the shark sound superior and huge, and the audience was expecting something huge. The music combined made it scary, like it was gonna charge right to them. The effect that Steven Spielberg was trying to do was to make the shark look stronger. The dialogue showed that the shark is huge, while the music added to it made it sound superior. Now the last shark attack, which to the shark's surprise attack, was the shark banging on the ship. That built fear for the audiences because Martin Brody and his team were not prepared at that time. So that made the audience wonder if they're gonna make it or not. The banging made the ship sound like it was gonna crack, and the audience would react in such a way that, is it gonna break or not? The effect that was created was that it built tension for the audience. Finally, we have the silence underwater with the shark. This is not the boat at night scene, but with the actual shark itself. At the last part, when Matt Hooper was inside the cage, the silence underwater was slowly building up tension for the audience, building up fear for the audience before the shark attacked him. When the cage was about to open and the music coming in, the film techniques at that point was point of view, because where it became the shark, and that the audience knew what was going to happen, but they can't stop it. It built tension and fear, a lot of fear for the audience, because again, they don't know if he's going to make it back alive or is he going to die. That is how Steven Spielberg uses silence and builds fear for the audience towards the shark. So that's it for today, and bye.